3 to 4 minutes into your meeting, you've already gone through some basic bonding and rapport. You've probably given your personal brand statement. You're into the meeting. The walls came down just a little bit, and so that's the point at which this role play kind of picks up. I want to give you the context behind it. And so anyway, we're moving on. I said, hey Mike, I just want to tell you I really appreciate you inviting me over. Typically when I meet with a business owner, it usually takes 20 minutes. I block off a half hour. Is that okay with your schedule?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. And now interruptions, if I'm sitting in his office, it's quiet, I'm not going to bother with it. But if I'm out in a lobby and he's trying to meet with me out there, then I might say something to him like, hey, some of the questions I'm going to ask you about your inner workings of your business, not really comfortable. Employees might overhear it. Is there a quieter place we could go? So for now, we'll just pretend we're in his office.
Well,
Yeah. What do you think, man? Nobody's going to hear a thing.
no one's gonna hear us.
All right. Anyway, so interruptions if you need it. Anyway, meeting agenda. Hey, Michael, look, the first part of this meeting, I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions. You probably have some for me.
Right.
And, some of the questions I'm going to ask you are about your business and how it works and a little touching on maybe some sensitive subjects. Are you okay sharing that with me?
Yeah, we can talk.
Okay, cool. And when you invited me over, was there anything that you wanted to make sure we touched on?
Well, you guys have been chasing me down for a while now. But
I know.
What really got me is you guys were talking about workers' comp, and I had a claim just last week.
Okay.
That's pretty rough.
Got it. I'll make sure that we talk about that. I'll make sure we touch on that.
Okay.
Okay, now, that's an important piece because what happens to so many of your associates, what do? Right there.
Start talking.
They're into it.
Yeah, they go and try and fix it. You just take that, put it right here. Don't worry, you get to pull it out again. Okay. Great. Hey, and typically when I meet with a business owner, one of two things happens. Aflac may not be a fit for your organization. It's not for every company I meet with. It may make no sense at all to bring it into your company. And usually that's really clear after a 20-minute conversation. If that's where we end up, are you comfortable just telling me no?
Yeah.
And sometimes there may be some things we uncover that are issues your company might be having, or we've helped other companies solve that problem. If we do come across something like that, would you be open to me sharing with you how we help the other organizations?
Yeah, it'd be okay with me.
Okay, and if it makes sense, and again, only if it makes sense, the next step usually would be, if you do see some value to it, we would set a time and date at the end of this meeting for me to come back in and I could roll it out to your employees. But again, only if you see value in it. Does that sound fair?
That's fair to me.
Got it, okay. One thing I want to avoid, Aflac's pretty simple to figure out if it's a fit or not. And if at the end of this meeting you're still thinking, you want to think it over, or maybe, you want to poll your employees, because you and I both know, they're just going to say no to it. They hear it's coming out of their paycheck, and
Right.
they don't know what it is. They haven't been educated. So if you're kind of in any one of those spots, can we just count that as a no?
Sure. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
throw you out on the street.
Great. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Boom, and we drop into the Discover. So it's a transition between that. Now I want to kind of give my lovely assistant a round of applause here, man. He'll knock your socks off later on too, man. He's the wizard when it comes to